Welcome everybody to another live duel. I am Josh.
And I'm Tyler Still.
Yes, forever and ever. I'm very happy about that. I am playing, look, I got to compliment you at some point.
I mean, yeah.
I'm playing pure variant Dogmatika and you are playing
Pure variant ORCUST.
They had a very good showing in the tournament that you guys watched.
Yes.
If you haven't, please go watch it.
It's a lot of work on mine and especially Josh's end. Please go watch our 4-hour tournament video.
But ORCUST were a force to be reckoned with out of nowhere. They surprised both of us. And Dogmatika were not a force to be reckoned with.
They were reckoned with.
So I'm going first. I win the die roll. I'm going to go ahead and activate, I believe it's branded Lost, and then normal summon the Springen's kit, which will essentially just be a search, and then I have to pop one from my hand to the bottom of the deck. It should be, yes, branded Fusion.
So for those who have never seen any of our content before, we run pure variants. What that means for us is nothing out of Archetype in the extra deck, and only out of Archetype in the main deck if it makes sense for the theming.
Yes. So activating branded Fusion now, I'm only going to go into Fusion monsters that list Albaz as material. You can only do that with branded Fusion, but it's the only Fusion card I really use in the deck because I'm keeping it pure. When it passes to Tyler's turn, he's just got ORCUST monsters in his deck. He runs one Harp Horror, I believe.
Yes, it is banned, but we allow one banned card if it makes the deck work. And I feel like ORCUST, when they were banned, too broken. Now, they're just good. So it is what it is. I do run one. Oh, I hit with the hand trap.
You do hit me with Ghost Ogre. So it does get rid of branded Lost, which does prevent you from negating my Fusion summons. So it is a good card to hit, but it doesn't stop me from going into Mirror Jade, which is the boss monster of the archetype because it is very pure.
Very pure. And so for me, I run one Armageddon Knight, and pretty much everything else is ORCUST, and I'm going to Foolish Burial to get rid of the Harp Horror, which essentially allows me to start my combo.
Yep, and I definitely have one interaction. I've got the Banish from the Mirror Jade, and I do have a card set face down, but I do have in-archetype hand traps as well.
You do, which not many of our decks do, so that's really good, because we don't run, really, out of archetype hand traps.
Yeah, except the Ghost Ogre you just saw.
I mean, that's true. I run whatever I got in Dual Devastator across like the 12 decks I have.
So you've got the Gearsu, you got
Simple Skeleton. And now I'm hopefully going to go into Galatea, the Orc Sorter.
And I Solemn Strike the Galatea. Do not want that on the field. It is an inherit summon, so
that's why I said legal. Hopefully.
Yep.
And then use the Symbol Skeleton to pretty much get back the Galatea, and then that's gone again.
And then I'll banish it with Mirror Jade. So it looks like 2 of my interruptions are done. Can you play through that?
I don't think so. That's most likely just going to stop my turn dead in its tracks, which... So it's hard to stop ORCUST.
Yep, we're entering the end phase now. So I'm going to go Titaniclad because it was sent to the graveyard with special summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia will search the Fleur de Lis, and I do have another branded Fusion. So I'm going to go ahead and Fusion summon, get some big bodies on the board. I definitely do not think you can play through this.
No.
You have nothing on the board.
I have nothing on the board. This is most likely going to be death for
Without Orchestrated Babel as well.
Yeah.
No quick effects.
I can't play during your turn. It's pretty much just... We're going to watch my life points to go down at that point.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for me to scoop.
So it really was just me hitting the right cards at the right time. I think waiting for Galatea to come out using 2 materials is the best thing for me to do.
100%. And then I thought, I've still got Symbol Skeleton. I'm going to get Galatea back. Gone again. And banished. So there was no way for me to do anything.
Yep. And because I haven't activated Lubellion's effect, he can attack. And that was game. An OTK.
OTK.
Yep.
Better showing than in the tournament, thankfully, on your own.
From Dogmatika, yes. Yeah. That was really, even though it really was only 2 interruptions.
The correct interruptions.
It was the correct interruptions. So you will be going first here. So let's see, hopefully you can build a board with Crescendo and some of your big boys.
Yeah, if I can get out Crescendo and a Babel, I can play in your turn a bit more. Look, starting Foolish Burial is never a bad thing.
2 in a row.
Yeah, look, I'm not cheating. I'm just going to pitch the singular Harp Horror in the deck and then just start full combo. Because that's all this deck needs is 1 Harp Horror in the graveyard.
Yep. So without the pure monsters from the extra deck on the field, like any of the Albaz fusions, my hand traps are dead. So I can't
really.
Yeah, I
didn't know that.
I can't interact with you at all. That's why my hand is just face down on my field.
Yeah, we run a very different format to the current meta, the current YCS going on. We feel it works very well for us. We get to show off a wide variety of archetypes that normally wouldn't get played, and ORCUST being one of them. I get to go into Galatea, which allowed me to set a spell or trap directly from the deck. I already have Babel. I'm probably going to set a Crescendo.
Super quick.
Super quick.
That's
freeze frame it, guys. It's like an 80s movie at the freeze frame where everyone's cheering.
You do that a lot. I remember when you set things from the deck, it's like, oh, there it is.
I say it out loud.
You didn't see it? Oh, I mean, yeah. But you kind of...
sorry, viewers, but I do say it out loud. I do have the Gearsu, so I'm looking to continue the combo into long Gearsu.
That's that long boy.
That's the longest Gearsu you've ever seen. And I think that's the end of my turn.
So it's definitely a Crescendo. You've got the quick effects in the grave. Go ahead and activate the gold sarcophagus. I believe it should be Mercuria. I believe that's the only reason I'd run it. Yep, it does look like the Mercuria.
Is that the hand trap?
That is the hand trap, but I need to control a fusion monster that lists Fallen of Albaz as material.
So why would you banish it?
Because it has a banish effect. It will search something for me.
Insane.
So it's the only reason I run the gold sarcophagus. Nothing else in the archetype gets anything for when it's banished. Go ahead and normal summon the Fallen of Albaz to attempt to fusion summon, force out the Crescendo.
You knew it was coming.
And then activate the branded fusion. So I really had to force your hand there. It's always going to be a Crescendo, and long Gearsu can be a pain to play around sometimes.
Yeah, if anything's linked, I can really do some stuff, but you're purposely not putting him in the spots you need to.
Yeah. So go ahead and go into Albion, which will then trigger go into a Mirror Jade. That's the fastest route to getting to Mirror Jade, with essentially just 2 cards. Go ahead and special summon the Springen's Kit, which will search a branded spell or trap from deck to hand, then I have to place a card from hand to the bottom of the deck. I do have options. Looks like I go ahead and set up for next turn, which will be branded Fusion. Just to make... No, go ahead and get branded Lost. So what branded Lost does, it prevents you from negating my fusion summons. But if I do fusion summon, I do get to search a card.
Insane.
So very good to have. And I'm pretty confident for not searching a branded fusion, so I'm going to go ahead and swing over the long gear, so you'll take 500 points of damage and pass turn.
And it's interesting because it's I thought you could set up for next turn because Orcust, as we've seen in the tournament, are known to grind.
Yes.
They can grind it out. And look, you've got a true boss on the field, and I hope that I can just play through it and grind you out.
I do generally think it may have been an oversight not getting another branded fusion because, like you said, they grind so well. A lot of it starting from Gearsu.
And having the Gearsu going into the Harp Horror, this is literally the perfect starter for me. I can go into full combo. It really depends. I don't remember this set. So this could have worked out well for you, or it may be your biggest loss not setting up for next turn.
Well, it looks like I don't have any back row, so you've gone into the Galatea. It's not been solemn this time, and Galatea will set the ORCUST spell or trap, correct?
Yeah, ORCUST spell or trap from the deck at the cost of recycling, putting one of my banished ORCUST monsters back into the deck, which is always going to be Harp Horror.
And that was Crescendo, that was set, so I know you've got an interruption for next turn, which will banish. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Mirror Jade to banish the Galatea. So I just don't want you to have material on the field to go into Orchestrion, things like that, because Orchestrion's a pain in the ass.
He's a pain in the ass. He's a big boy, and he can pretty much put you at lethal real quick. The only thing with Crescendo, and I don't remember how much you remember this, is I need to control an ORCUST link to activate it.
Yes.
Sometimes you forget that.
No, I do. I do forget that. So it's like, right now, I'm probably thinking I need to play around Crescendo, when in reality, I don't.
You don't.
Yeah.
And I always bluff that I can still use Crescendo. Because sometimes you're like, does this go through? And I'm like, I'm umming and ahhing, knowing full well I can't activate it. And I think this is that exact moment.
Yeah. And that's actually, despite only running one Ghost Ogre, that's the second time you've got it off in these duels.
Yeah, it's weird. I had very similar hands to the start of this. And I activate Symbol's Skeleton there to get the Galatea back.
So this is a misplay. It actually should go to the main monster zone if it's special summoned from grave.
True.
Which I don't think prevents Dingirsu from coming out.
Yeah, slight misplay, but it doesn't change the game state. Getting out the Dingirsu.
So I'm down to 5,400. And it looks like... so what's happened there is Mirror Jade's floating effect during the end phase will destroy all monsters you control if it leaves the field. So Dingirsu does have an effect where he can detach one to protect himself.
Yep.
So he remains on the field. Titaniclad will activate special summoning the Ecclesia. The Ecclesia will search. So we've still got bodies on the board.
Yeah. And again, you're still thinking I should play around Crescendo. I don't have a link.
Yeah, look, I see ORCUST on the field. I think Crescendo is live.
No, look, fair enough. And if it was modern Yu-Gi-Oh, it would just be if you control an ORCUST, but it was slightly less modern Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like you must control a link, which is fair enough.
So go ahead and normal summon Incredible Ecclesia. I'm going to force out an Albaz to fusion summon with Dingirsu because it looks like I don't have a branded fusion.
Yeah.
So there, it's gone, and I'm going to go into an Albaz fusion, which will be Lubellion. Lubellion will activate, discarding a card to then, well, I'd hope so, to then fusion summon into another Mirror Jade, something like that. But the fact that I've just got rid of Dingirsu through Incredible Ecclesia is just super, super strong. There's just so many ways I can play around certain things. It's a mini toolbox playing this deck sometimes.
It really is. And Incredible Ecclesia, that was the best pull we've ever had opening Yu-Gi-Oh boxes.
First pack from that set.
First pack. It's up on the channel,
It's
right?
on here,
if we pulled Incredible Ecclesia from the first pack of a box, a random box. So if you want to, it's up on the channel. Go look. It was wild.
Now you're looking a bit scared right now. I do have I search a branded fusion, activate the branded fusion. I've got 1,500, 3,025 on board with another 25 on board. Lubellion can't attack, but it's enough for game. We hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys want to see any more live duels, deck builds, podcast episodes, tournament videos, or anything that you guys may want to see, let us know in the comments below. Please make sure to leave a like. Please subscribe. Tell us what you guys want to see. We love hearing from you guys.
100%. Every comment matters. We read every comment on the channel. On any video. Old, new, old, new, new, old, old, new. We read every comment.
Even if we don't respond to it, I give it a heart.
100%.
Everything.
100%. We read all of it, whether we respond or not. If you can tell your friends about us, if you know people that like Yu-Gi-Oh, please recommend it. This started out as a passion project, as a hobby, and we're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
So that's about it from us at the Misplay. So we hope to see you guys in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Deuces.